Galnet News Digest, 9th of February 3309. We read the news, so you don't have to. In this week's news, the Kumo Crew finds itself rejected by an ungrateful population. The Xeno Peace Movement refuses to die, while those who are fighting in the Thargoid War may find things a little easier than before.
The Kumo Crew is claiming that its anti-Xeno operation in the California Nebula saved many lives, but it seems that the Alliance citizens that Pirate King Archon Delane said he was helping are happier living with Thargoids than being ruled by a pirate. The initiative certainly resulted in many Thargoids being slaughtered in the California Nebula, a region where humans and Thargoids have previously been able to coexist with relatively little friction. Those who assisted can claim their rewards from the Mictlan megaship, which remains in the California Sector HR-W D1-28 system. However, none of the bases run by the Turner Research Group, and which the Kumo Council seized at the start of their anti-Xeno campaign, remain under Delane's control. Local militias who believed that the Kumo Council was using the anti-Xeno story as a pretext to expand in the nebula took matters into their own hands and took the bases back, with no help whatsoever from the Alliance Defence Force. The Alliance, which admitted that it had received an urgent call for assistance from the Turner Research Group, has expressed its mild concern at recent events in the California Nebula, and is thinking of setting up a committee to discuss how those three bases could have been taken so easily.
The Xeno Peace Movement isn't dead yet, and it's been pointing the finger at the superpowers and the corporations, claiming the Thargoid War is a massive setup designed to make arms manufacturers unbelievably wealthy. Blaming the superpowers for almost anything is fairly easy, as, with good reason, is accusing companies like Azimuth Biotech of profiting from its own incendiary actions. Timothy Culver, who used to be a spokesperson for the Thargoid Advocacy Project, claimed that the superpowers knew the Proteus wave would backfire, and that they intended to provoke a war with the aliens. The blood, he said, of billions is on the money-grabbing hands of corporate shareholders. There has been some public disorder by those who believe these conspiracy theories, and there are reports of break-ins and attempts to find written evidence to back up these theories. However, the superpowers all claim that matters are well in hand and that the protests are by a small number of anti-establishment agitators. A rather better organised protest against the Thargoid War is taking place at the wrecked Kingfisher Peace megaship in the Hyades Sector YO-Q B5-1 system. Until the 11th of February, several megaships are paying 10 times the galactic average for escape pods and black boxes recovered from the stricken megaship. Their possibly forlorn hope is that the Kingfisher may be repairable to shine on as a beacon of reconciliation in the face of the all-consuming conflict. If you'd like to help out, don't forget your hatchbreaker, repair and collect Olympic controllers, and be wary of any Thargoids who might misunderstand your motives. The fleet carriers YKE Drimo and YKE Asteria are in the area to buy what you can recover from the wreck.
It's not all sweetness and light with the alien hordes. Commanders fighting to prevent the expansion of Thargoid control on the southern fringe of human-occupied space have been given an unexpected helping hand. Where previously Thursdays were a huge reset button, with systems that were 99% saved from the Thargoid invasion suddenly turning out to be not saved at all, and everyone having to start again from scratch, now just 1/3 of the total effort required to repel the Thargoids is lost. So, for example, if humanity has got halfway to recovering the system, on Thursday 1/3 of the total effort required will be lost. That's 50% minus 33%, which leaves 17% progress already achieved at the start of the next week, making it just that little bit easier to ease the Thargoids out before they take total control. This also affects Thargoid control systems. If we get 2/3 of the way to driving the Thargoids out of a system they control by Thursday, then 1/3 of the progress will be lost, and we'll still be 1/3 of the way to eliminating from that system in the following week. It's still going to be a lot less effort to finish the job in a single week, but at least now any progress above 33% will mean that there's some benefit carried forward to the following week.
And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.